stand up for the prayer? Amen. Good morning, class. Class monitor, please check the attendance. Before we are going to start our lesson this morning, what are the things we need to observe or to do during the discussion? Rhea? Yes, avoid being noisy. Angela? Yes, raise your right hand if you want to answer. And Roselle? Yes, listen carefully. Those are the things we need to remember as we go on in our discussion. Everybody, please pass all your assignments in front. What have you learned last meeting? Okay, very good. Now, we are going to discuss about the layers of the earth. Everybody, please read our lesson's objectives. At the end of this chapter, the student shall first identify the layers of the earth, second, illustrate the layers of the earth, and the last one is relate the importance of each layer. Now, close all your science book. May I ask one representative to go in front and touch this globe? Imagine this is the real earth where we live. Are you familiar with the layers of the earth? If yes, can you name one layers of the earth? Yes, mantle. In what layer of the earth do you think we are living? Yes, Fairy? And mantle? Well, we will find out as we go through in our discussion. Now, let's proceed to our activity. I have here a hard-boiled egg, and the interior is liquid and typically made up of yellow egg yolk and egg white. I will gonna cut this egg in half. So we're gonna start by cracking the egg. Now we're gonna cut this egg in half, so we need to use a bread knife to do this. Yep. So here's the interior of the egg. I have here a purple chart. Showing the layers of the earth. Now, let's compare these layers of the earth to this cross-section of the egg. Based on this chart, what part of the earth do the egg yolk represent? Yes, Jonah? Very good. The part of the earth that the egg yolk represent is the core. How about the egg white? Yes, Leia? Right. The egg white represent the mantle. How about this hard solid shell of the egg? Yes, Nelly? Correct. It represents the crust. Based on the activity, we compared the Earth's layer shown in this chart to the cross-section of the egg. And we find similarities. The eggshell can be likened to the Earth crust here. The egg white is to the mantle, and the egg yolk is to the core. The crust is the outermost layer of the earth. It is made up of loose solid rocks where continents and oceans are located. thickness of continents and oceans are varies from 10 to 65 kilometers. In ocean floor, the crust is 1/4 thick compared to continents. Take note, it is the layer we live on. The next layer is the mantle. The mantle is the second outermost layer of the earth. Below the crust is the mantle, which is about 2,880 kilometers thick. The mantle is composed of solid rocks in its upper portion, while its lower portion is believed to compose a very hot molten rocks. Analysis of earthquake waves showed that the composition of the mantle is not uniform. Scientists then concluded that the mantle is subdivided into several layers. The boundary between the mantle and the crust is called muhu. It was named after its discoverer, Andrija Mohorovičić. Take note, the mantle is the thickest layer of the earth. Next layer is the core. Beneath the mantle is the core, and it is divided into two, the outer core and the inner core. The outer core is about 2,800 to 4,960 kilometers thick and is composed of iron and nickel, while the inner core is about 2,560 to 2,880 kilometers and made up of solid materials. Studies of earthquake waves suggest that the outer core is made up of liquid while the inner core is made up of solid materials. The entire core has an approximate temperature of 4,700 degrees Celsius. The tremendous pressure is present in the core. Seismograph. It measures the forces and direction of earthquake waves. The layers of the earth is being studied using this modern scientific instrument, and the density of the layers of the earth was suggested by the study of earthquake waves. If there are an absent of one layer of the earth, what will happen? If there are an absent of one layer of the earth, the planet Earth is uninhabitable, and all organism or all life form will cease to exist or die. That's why every layers of the earth is important. Now, let's proceed to our next activity. Everybody bring out your drawing materials. Here is the picture of the earth being cross-sectioned. Now, you are going to illustrate the layers of the earth to the bond paper. Be creative enough if you want to color its part. Label its part accordingly. After 10 minutes, I will randomly choose one representative to discuss the illustrated composition of Earth and to define each part as the point each of them in the class. Any questions? Understand, class? You may now start. follow it. Time is up. Everybody pass all your papers in front. That's all